Hello, good morning, Dumela, Kagdila, Guten Tag, Guten Abend. Welcome to the Saturday edition of another little journey through African minerals. I'm Francis, that's Cara with Fig over there, and that is a giant Jade jigsaw puzzle piece. We are Top Rock, Africa's oldest and most reputable wholesaler of minerals and fossils. And because we are a wholesaler, we do require a minimum order of 10 kilograms before we can ship your goodies. Having said that, we just do that trying to save you a little bit of money on the shipping. It's not cheap, and it is from Africa. And the more you go up in kgs, the cheaper the rate per kg goes. If you are new here, Cora's going to put a little email in the comment section. Please email us. It doesn't help if you want to claim and you don't have an account. We'll set up the account for you. No worries. Apart from that, news coming up. We've been banging on about the Malagasy and Namibian shipment for what seems like 5 decades. It might be coming in before November, maybe even next week or the week thereafter. So that's really good news. What happened? Chances are they'll both arrive at exactly the same time. Chaos. Frenetic behavior. So yeah, buckle up for that. Today's show, we got a little bit of a shorter one. It's going to be a quick one. Yeah, we're waiting for stocks. Let me get going. First up, we got some beautiful solar quartz. This is from Book and Hotuk. These are generally quite lilac-y purple, but they're covered in limonite. There are 35 of these beautiful little crystals. If I could just focus, there we go. 35. Oh, there's one that absconded and made friends with another one in another box. They can get like that. Who knows what these guys do late at night in the warehouse. This is flat 174. That's $45 for 35 limonite coated Book and Hook crystals. Next up, some fine crystalline botryoidal malachite. Or is this silky? Could be either. It's that crystalline. 3 of these beautiful specimens. This is from the Congo. They weigh 1.53 kilograms. And they'll cost you $37 only. These 3 beautiful sparkly malachite specimens for $37. Next up is a little bit of a mixed Southern African flat of goodies, and I am suddenly caught out not knowing what one is. I can guess that. Right here, this is obviously from Irongo in Namibia, a place so full of magic that it lights up at night without any help from fluorescent lights. There's a nice little geode, an amethyst geode from, this is highly likely from Josini, the northern parts of our beautiful province of Natal. A little bit of a heavy celestitis, so heavy. That's strontium, nice gemmy blue crystals. That's from Madagascar. And then we got from Luwena a nice smoky quartz cluster. Nice white phantoms in there. That's nice. This is some tollerite, I suspect. Yes, from Zimbabwe. From a little place called Mtorosanga. That's where it got its name from. Then some nice juicy coated crystals. This is most likely from, sure, I don't know. My guess is Brandberg or Irongo, just based on the mother stone. That is very interesting. It's very nice. Right, this flat is going to cost $36, and it is flat 147. Next up, we got 12 dioptase specimens. No, 15 dioptase specimens. These will grade from anywhere from good to very good to A grade. Here's definitely one that is good grade, and I'll show you one that is most certainly not this one. That is a nice big gem, and there we go with some A grade. This flat is going to cost you $69 only. That's diaptase from the Congo, flat 755. Next up, some proper book and hook crystals, large windows. Here's an interesting one with a fair amount of, you can see the limonite at the base is given way to the black goethite. 12 of these specimens. They all together, they weigh about a kilo 31. There's some more of the regular fine crystalline Bucanotuk, light lilac. 12 of these are going to cost you $56. That's flat 254. Next up from Madagascar, some polished agate hearts. Look at these beautiful banded agates. That is, the Malagasy are the princes, or the princesses of polishing and lapidary work in Africa. They are literally years ahead of the rest of Africa. 3 beautiful hearts. Those beautiful flowery banded patterns. That is gorgeous. That weighs 1.16 kilograms. Going to cost you only $31 for flat 235. Next up, we got, there it says 15. Yeah, there's 15 beautiful little chrysocolla specimens. They covered in juicy. That's one. This is a very nice one. Look at that. That is beautiful. This is chrysocolla from Lakasi, the southern province of Congo. Bit more of a silicate example of chrysocolla. They weigh 1.12 kilograms. They're going to cost you $40 only, and that's flat 155. Next up from Madagascar as well, some beautiful clear points. This is more like a tower actually. Look at these beautiful veins. Veils, not veins, veils. They weigh 1.37 kilograms. They're going to cost you $44. That's essentially $11 a tower or a point for flat 152. Next up are 2 beautiful stichtite, or you might know it as atlantisite, standing freeforms. That is the beautiful purple lilac pink webbing. That's stichtite on a serpentine matrix. These come from Barberton in South Africa, one of 2 places in the world that has this mineral. They're going to cost you $33 only, and that's flat 156. Next up, we got some blue rose quartz or girasol. 4 of these spheres. I haven't checked if they have asterisms, and it's not going to work now either. The sun is not exactly out for us. 4 beautiful girasol spheres from Madagascar, $38 only, and that's flat 150. Nick has got these down as very good grade. Next up, we got some lovely Malacola polished freeforms. These are also from Madagascar. A little bit of chrysocolla, not a lot in that one. That one's absolutely stunning. Not so much. There's not a lot of Malacola or chrysocolla. Some of these have very little. This one has very little. More of a malachite and a couple of anomaly like specks with chrysocolla. This is going to cost $44 for 1.35 kilograms, and that's flat 142. Cheap, cheap. Happy days. Next up, we got some chevron amethyst points, polished from Madagascar. Nick has these down as very good grade. That's 4 very good grade chevron amethyst points. Nice smoky quartz in there as well. They're going to cost you $47, and that is flat 140. Happy days. Now, this week we got some fresh stocks from Mumbwa in, and it is Mumbwa that has got the best clarity I have ever seen. And when I say clarity, I mean they are super clear. The windows, you can see through to the phantoms. These are beautiful little points. They are very good A to AA grade. This is an absolute must-have for your retailer. This is a hell of a nice flat. And Mumbwa doesn't come, is not generally very expensive. Now, I talk absolute crap. This is not Mumbwa. This is Bukanotuk. And I'll tell you why I say Bukanotuk is because some of these have got that crystallization around the base. Right, so my bad, I'm sorry. Deep dark purple Bukanotuk, and this will be probably quite expensive. These, on general terms, go on for about $50 per kg, and a kilo 18 is going to cost you $49. So there's a nice flat 240. Next up, from Lesotho, Albert Mountain calcite. Couple of oddly shaped specimens. There are 8 of them in this flat for basically slightly more than a kilogram worth of beautiful calcite. It's going to cost you $25 for flat 169. These do glow a beautiful peach when you put them beneath the UV. Right, next up we've got some beautiful ferrostone from the Iron Duke mine in Zimbabwe. That is the beautiful black basalt background with pyrite all over the show. This is a very nice flat. Nick's got it as A grade. That's 13 of these palm stones, or slightly small freeforms. 2 kilograms will cost you $80. Very nice flat, 160. Next up, I was speaking about Mumbwa, and here we go. Here we got some Mumbwa. This is definitely the nicest Mumbwa we've seen for a while. Some of the specimens might be, well, I know, I looked at them. Some of them are chipped. So these are not so badly. These are lovely. Here we go. There's a little chip there. That is not a chip, but look at the beautiful translucency in these 2 geodes. I mean, two clusters. This is almost a geode. That's almost 2 kilograms of beautiful amethyst from Mumbwa, and it's going to cost you $34 for these 2 clusters, flat 210. Nice. Next up, some what I thought was red hemator has been marked down as golden healer, but I'm a bit puzzled by that. You tell me in the comment section what you think is golden healer. I always thought it was limonite, but I'm more often than not just very wrong. Having said that, I think T's and C's apply here. Francis, that's me. I have not even graduated to being an amateur enthusiast with regards to minerals. I just like banging on about shiny things. These 5 spheres here weigh 146 grams. 1 kilo 46 costs $33. That's flat 144. Next up, some beautiful polished smoky amethyst crystals. I suppose that's the right way up. These beautiful specimens come from Madagascar. What is the right way up? That, I suppose, is the right way up. These 2 specimens weigh 740 grams. They cost $40. That's flat 146. Next up, from Nsanje, a small town on the Shire River, southern province of Malawi, we've got some beautiful blue lace agate with lots of nice druzy on the inside. This one doesn't have so much druzy, but nice quartz crystallization. Here's one with a nice large vug with lots of druzy. Here's a cutie pie. These are beautiful. That's 4. These weigh 2.32 kilograms. Will cost you $33 only, and that's flat 143. Next up is an absolutely gorgeous petrified wood sphere that comes with a petrified wood bowl with nice crystallization on the inside there as well. They're not light. They're not small. That's a large sphere, man. Both weigh just short of 3 kilograms, and they'll cost all of $62 for both of those. Beautiful petrified wood from Madagascar, flat 267. Next up, from the Congo, we've got a large, beautiful dioptase specimen. Nick's rated this as a very good grade of dioptase. It does weigh a kilo 42, which will make up for the price, which is $226 for flat 145. Next up, Bukanotuk, a large-ish cluster. Look at these beautiful Oh, large, beautiful translucent windows. There's a nice bit of limonite there at the base. Beautiful colors. This is a very good grade cluster. Weighs just short of 2 kilograms, and it's going to cost $83. That's flat 153. Then we've got a large Septari dragon's egg, which hasn't been priced. My bad, but I'll give you an estimate. Nice. Oh, let's just lift this up. They are generally quite heavy. We got a little bit of my dog's hair in there. My bad. Sorry. Nice, juicy. Bit of calcite, bit of aragonite. That is 6.33 kilograms worth of dragon's egg, and it's likely to cost you in the region of $130 to $140. That is flat 1449. Next trolley, we've got some black tourmaline. There's 12 of these tourmaline specimens. Here's one with a fair amount of quartz as well. These are from, well, they could very well be from Zimbabwe. Not all tourmaline in Africa comes from Irongo, Namibia. I've seen tourmaline out of the Congo, which is generally quite crap. The Zimbabwean tourmaline is generally industrial, useful tourmalines that they use for saunas and for other gauging temperatures, etc. This is from, I'm right, this is Zimbabwean tourmaline. It weighs 1.21 kilograms, going to cost you $25 for flat 182. Cora has flagged me down there. I was wrong on the Septari. It is slightly more expensive at $149 for 6.33 kgs worth of beautiful dragon eggness. Onto some more beautiful dog tooth formation Albert Mountain calcite from Lesotho. It's got beautiful scepter-like base there with druzy around. There are 20 of these beautiful little crystals. Oh, look at that. That is some serious calcite, man. And like I said before, they do glow very nicely. That is 690 grams for $25. 20 beautiful Lesotho calcite specimens. Flat 179, $25. Next up, some silky malachite from Kasompi in the Congo. 6 of these specimens. Have a better look at this one. Oh yeah, baby, look at the chatoyancy there. That's lovely. Next, got these rated as A grade, very good grade to good grade. They weigh 1.63 kg. They will cost you $48 for flat 197. Next up, some beautiful chevron amethyst palm stones. There are 20 of these little beasties. There's some smoky quartz in some of them as well. They weigh 1.24 kilograms. They cost $30, and that is flat 196. Next up, we got 2 largest Buchenhout clusters. That's the light lilac, dark purple points with a limonite. Oh, lots of iron around there at the base. Accounts for the nice, beautiful rougey color. 2 of these clusters. They weigh almost 2 kilograms, not quite. Oh, I love these little fellas. Beautiful crystals around the edge there. Kilo 87. This is it'll cost you $90 for these 2 large clusters. That's flat 199. Next up, we got some Cabotian dolomite, or soul rose is the more colloquial term. That is the beautiful pink stuff on dolomite. Cobalt and beautiful pink is always a nice color. The little green spots, that is quartzite. This is becoming a more and more frequent phenomenon. We do sometimes also have keonite in the mix. It's heterogenite, and that is beautiful, yummy, pink, glistening goodie. 6 of these specimens. They'll weigh in at this is 1 kilogram and 12, 1.12 kilograms. Cost you $45. That's flat 377. Next up, from Mulanje in Malawi, we got some beautiful natural smoky quartz crystals. Very dark. Malawi always has extremely dark smoky quartz. Here's a nice bit of hematite as well. Not hematite. Hematoid quartz. Francis, focus. This is only rated as all good grade. They weigh 1.81 kilograms, cost $27. It's flat 190. Next up, some mumbwa, more beautiful mumbwa. Here's some light lilac amethyst. Look at the beautiful clarity in these. Usually to get this clarity, we have to clean them up, well, which we do anyway, but then shave off the top layer to the windows to make it really, really attractive. In this case, we haven't had to. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that beautiful mumbwa. We also call it jacaranda amethyst because of the coloring and the similarity to the jacaranda tree flowers. That is 2 kilograms exactly, cost you $33 only for flat 250. Next up, we got a Zimbabwean smoky quartz. It is labeled as smoky quartz. There's 2.12 kilograms of it. I'll tell you what, for smoky quartz, they generally do look a lot like citrine. So this is only ever going to be good grade at the very best for lapidarial purposes. Sorry?
Look at how mixed grade it is.
Oh, it'll be mixed grade. It'll be all over the show. We'll have a look. Yep, it's all over the show. That's 2.12 kilograms for a circus of smoky citrine from Zimbabwe. Right, that is flat. This is only going to cost $33. That's a flat 165. Next up, we've got some polished malachite freeforms. That's a kilogram 73 for 6 of these beautiful specimens with lovely, beautiful banded flower patterns. That there is especially attractive. This flat will cost $47. That's $47 for flat 154. Next up, some amazonite towers. This is from Madagascar. The grading on here is very good. Amazonite towers. Here's a nice dark greenish aqua turquoisey. That is pretty. That's a kilogram 45, cost you $37 and flat 162. Next up is the purpurite, partly polished and fully polished. These beautiful, we mine these ourselves from Irongo in Namibia. It's a tricky one. It's a hard. It's got a lot of metal in it, so when we polish, it basically goes black, and we have to oxidize it thereafter to bring back that color. There's 6 of these beautiful. It's almost chatoyant. That little layer of resin over the top certainly does help bring out the velvety purple. The reflection of the roof is not helping much though. There we go. 6 of these specimens is 1.6 kilograms, will cost you $57 for flat 266. Next up, we got a fresh shipment from Sanjay. A lot of beautiful, beautiful blue lace agate standing freeforms, and a couple of freeforms have come in. Here we've got 3 standing freeforms. That is a beautiful vug right there with a lot of juicy on the inside. Here we've got a bit more quartz patterning around the veins. That is beautiful. Blue lace agate from Malawi. So weighs a kilo 400 and will set you back $57. This is flat 238. Next up from the Congo, we got some more chrysocolla with druzy on the top. 6 of these specimens. Here's a beautiful example of that lovely, lovely druzy. Here's no druzy and just a silicate example. 2 of those. Heterogenite over there with the black spots, a kilo 26. This is going to cost you $48 for flat 212. Then we've got some. Whatever. Okay, this is Book and Hotuk. There are 6 clusters here. They're very pale. They should be lilac-y, but they're not. They have a beauty upon themselves. Having said that, the less purple in the Book and Hotuk, the cheaper it becomes, and consequently, that does filter down to you as well. This will be a beautifully affordable flat 6 Book and Hotuks. Here we got. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. That is $1.35, and it'll cost you $36 only for 6 of these beautiful Book and Hotuk clusters, flat 205. Next up, we got 5 little celestite specimens. This is a pretty old stock. This is from the Cape Town stock. If you saw our episode on Thursday night, I showed how Nick broke this geode open, and these are the remnants of them. There's the original. Well, there's the remaining large part, but we're not there yet.
Not Cape Town stock.
This is not Cape Town stock. Oh, really? That's interesting. So this is not Cape Town stock, which means it's not that old, which does explain why it's slightly bluer. That old stock was kind of pale. Fair amount of acicular celestite came out of that stock. But anyway, this is 2.5 kilograms, rated very good to good grade. Will cost $42 only for flat 193. Next, we've got some banded agate flames from Madagascar. 2 of them. They both weigh about, well, they weigh 460 grams for both of them. That's banded agate flames from Madagascar. Cost you $36 for flat 168. Next up, Sichtite or Atlantisite. 3 standing freeforms. As the sun comes out and shines a little bit of light upon the beautiful serpentine and Stichtite. Kilo 12, that's it. It'll cost $42 for flat 194. Now here's something that we haven't seen since we sold out on Ammonites a while ago. That's 3 pairs. Some beautiful, look at these. Haven't seen it for so long. This came out of an order that defaulted. Nice crystals and the vugs there. Looking forward to the Malagasy shipment coming in. I heard a little birdie, and a rumor says that we've got some more black ammonites with hopefully quite a fair amount of pyrite in there as well. That hopefully is coming through in a shipment next week or the week thereafter. This is $41 worth of ammonites that you haven't seen for months. Hello, Adre. Bye-bye, Adre. $41 for flat 660. Next up, we've got some lazulite hearts. These are from Madagascar. I shall try not to step into my own shadow. There are 35 of these beautiful little hearts. They don't weigh much. It's about 700 grams only. And we'll set you back $35 for flat 164. Next up, from Zimbabwe, we've got some beautiful chrome muscovite standing freeforms. That is from Mutoku. Mutoku is the hot piece of property in Zimbabwean gemology at the moment. There is an absolute treasure trove of goodies just coming out of there. Remember the word, remember the place, remember the location. Mutoku, Zimbabwe. You're going to be hearing a lot more about it in the future. Kilo 24, this is going to cost you $52 for those 4 standing freeforms, and that is flat 183. Next up, we got an absolutely delicious silky malachite specimen. It's not too heavy either. It's only 1 kilogram. It's going to cost you $42, and that's flat 157. Next up, a large cluster from Book and Hotuk. This is also a fresh shipment that we got in this week. You see, it's beautiful clear windows, loads of terminations. It's weighs 2.35 kilograms worth of beautiful amethyst. Lots of iron there in the base as well. This is flat. It'll cost $114 for flat 181. And now it's time for the geode, the little celestite, a little bit of strontium magic. This piece here weighs in at almost 7 kilograms. That's 6 kilos 800. It is, let's just go deep in there. There's a very interesting, there's some large gems. Interesting side formation there. In fact, I think I needed to walk around just to show that properly. There we go. That is very interesting, very pretty. Nice, large, blue, clear gems. Almost 7 kilograms. It'll cost only $133. That's flat 202. Next up is a single little smoky amethyst point, polished in Madagascar. Weighs 700 grams, will cost you $57 for flat 214. Onto the last trolley. We've got some beautiful Salros. Look at these. These are those large gems, man. That is cobalt on dolomite. Large Salros gems. There are 4 of these specimens. That's what does it weigh? That is a kilo 400. These 4 are going to cost $49, and that is flat number 410. Next up, some absolutely beautiful banded agate spheres from Madagascar. Nice vug there. Not much in the vug though, unlike this one, which has a bug and a little bit of juicy, not much. Beautiful banded agate spheres. These weigh in at a kilo and a half. It's going to cost you $48 for flat 042. Next up, we got some of the fresh Malawi standing freeforms. Just more than a kilogram's worth of these beauties. Let's have a look at them. Here's just a freeform, or I suppose that can be a galet. Also just another freeform here. Okay, they're all freeforms. But here is the super duper. That is stunning, man. That is lekker. The kilo 180 grams. So that is these 5 freeforms are going to cost $46 for flat 215. Next up, we got some natural malacola. That is the beautiful malacola on top of a silky malachite base. 2 of these specimens. It's real pretty. Oh, you can see where the stalactites broke off. That's such a pity, man. Jeez. Imagine what this looked like before they manhandled it in Congo. This is flat 405, $82 for this flat. Next up, some more atlanticite or stichtite, 4 standing freeforms. Dark serpentine green matrix. Beautiful stichtite purple webbing. These 4 standing freeforms weigh 1.24 kilograms. They're going to cost you $47, and that is flat 170. More blue lace, but better. Look at that. It's flat in total is a kilo 500, slightly more. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful, man. Nice blue lace with a druzy white interior. Do you believe that would be some dogtooth calcite? We have tried these underneath the UV. They generally do not light up. Four of these blue lace standing freeforms, weighing at a very good grade, A grade, 1.55 kilograms, costing $58. That's flat 173. Next up, we got 24 smoky amethyst points from Buchenhotuk. This is all A grade stuff. Nice limonite. It is beautiful colors. "24 smoky amethyst points from Buchenhotuk." It weighs in at 1 kilo 390. This is going to cost $67 for flat 163. Next up, some well, I want to say proper, and it is proper, some proper polished Malacola freeforms from the Congo. 6 of them. Yeah, unlike the previous flat in the first trolley, this is proper Malacola. That is the malachite with the chrysocolla, and this one has absolutely stunning patterns. Look at that. That's beautiful. They weigh 1.42 kilograms. They're going to cost $53. That is for flat 758. Now, red hematoid crystals. Finally, I got it right. These are from Karoi in Zimbabwe. That beautiful clarity through there. There's a large one that has hints of hematoid as opposed to being pasted by it. This is almost 2 kilograms worth of red hematoid from Zimbabwe. Almost 2 kilograms are going to cost you $42, and that is a flat 172. Then we've got some seriously dark tolerite plates. There's 12 of these beautiful plates. They weigh almost 2 kilograms, and that's going to cost $82, which isn't cheap. Got to look into that because it doesn't seem quite right. But if anyone is still interested in this, at getting this at a slightly cheaper price, let me know, please. Flat 563. Right, onto the last and the middle of the table. We got another Buchenhotuk cluster, 2 kilograms. This one, it has a little hedgehog on the on the one ridge, and then some beautiful large windows all around the other side. 2 kilograms of Buchenhotuk spirit quartz is going to cost $93. That is flat 208. Then we got a large natural blue lace agate specimen. There you can see the very classic dogtooth calcite formations inside the geode. That's epic. Look at that. All the way down to the bottom. Beautiful formations. This is 3.63 kilograms. Cost $49, and it's flat 167. Onto the last one is a beautiful large amethyst or jacaranda amethyst geode from Zambia, from a town called Mumbwa. Sometimes we just call it Mumbwa amethyst. It's a beautiful, large, very good to A grade geode. It weighs 6.5 kilograms, and it's going to cost it's $106 only. Mumbwa is generally quite cheap. That's $106 for flat 226. Happy days. And that is it. Let me just quickly show you this large Chinese puzzle. It is absolutely epic. This is just the bottom half of it. As it's mostly not been broken, unlike all that, which is just So this piece then gets this piece on top of it. Look at the detailing on this, man. This is just epic. Oh, hello. There's the top, another top. Then this piece. So this piece, I think, goes on top there. And then this piece here. Hello. How are you doing? Goes on top of that other piece. Look at that, man. I think this is definitely from the 80s. This is Nephrite Jade from New Zealand. Oof, just epic, man. And then obviously these we reckon go onto the sides so that these have a home here. I think they fit into like side sections. Epic stuff. Sure. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. It's Saturday morning. I hope you got something that you were looking for. Hold your breath for the next 2 shipments. The next 2 weeks are going to be probably mildly docile, and then it's going to be chaos. And I hope so, because I like a little bit of jammy chaos. On that note, goodbye. Have a good weekend. Have a pint on me. Hope the Bulls win. Cora. She says bye to you. Bye.